Hey guys, welcome back to Good Stuff for You. We're making good stuff for you. So today, I'm talking about some of the goodest stuff that I've heard in a while. Basketball is coming back too. I know baseball's already been back for a while, but basketball is back. It started up yesterday. We had the Jazz versus the Pelicans and the Clippers versus the Lakers, but I don't want to talk about those other 21 teams in the bubble. I want to talk about one team specifically. The Milwaukee Bucks, baby, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Boy, oh boy, am I excited to start up again with basketball season. I used to not be much of a basketball fan until maybe 3 or 4 years ago. I really started getting into it more. I love it. I mean, it's just great. It's fast-paced. It's great. I'm more of a baseball fan still myself personally, but basketball is awesome. So let's start talking about the Bucks. What an absolutely fantastic team. First, we obviously got to talk about the greatest player in the world right now, Giannis Antetokounmpo. I mean, if people are telling you that he's not the best player in the league and not the best player in the world, they're lying to themselves and to you, so you need to just stop listening to them right now. Giannis is without a doubt the best player. Giannis he's an unstoppable force of nature. You know, you got the four elements, you know, you got wind, earth, fire, and water. And then you got Giannis. He's the fifth element. He's just unstoppable. His physical prowess is unmatched in the league. I mean, he's like 6'11", his wingspan is huge, and he's just so strong and stuff. He can just power through anyone. And not to mention that, sometimes you got these really physically gifted players, but they don't really capitalize on it by not training as much or like mentally. Giannis is so good at that. Look at his stats. Just look at his stats from his rookie year. They were kind of bad, but he still did make the All-NBA. Not the All-Rookie team, second team. So he was still pretty good. But then if you just look at the progression of stats, gets better and better and better and better, wins most improved player, all-star starter, wins MVP, about to win another MVP. I mean, honestly, I think that you could make the argument that for every single year that he has been playing basketball, that he could be the most improved player because he just gets that much better. And when you match that with just being an absolute monster of a player, like so crazy good with the drive to just get better and better, you get an unstoppable player. And mentally, he's so smart too. When he goes up to the rim, he knows whether to smash it down for a one-handed slam or whether to dish it out to like Middleton or Wes Matthews or Brook Lopez to shoot the open three. He's just so aware about everything that goes onto the court. And that's just offensively. Defensively, I'd say he's the best defensive player in the league. Well, Rudy Gobert is really, really good, and Anthony Davis is really good, but I'm still putting Giannis up there. His blocking ability is superb, and also his stealing ability, I feel, is really underrated. He has the quickness to go toe-to-toe with some of the faster players in the league, but he's still got the physical size to overwhelm the smaller, faster players too. I mean, he is just like the perfect player right now. And though he wasn't very good at shooting the three, and he's gotten so much better. He's putting in the work. That's what I'm saying about the training and stuff. He's just getting stronger. He's getting smarter. His three-point shooting is just getting better. I can't even imagine what he's going to be like next year. Like, people are saying that he's the best player in the league right now, but some people are saying that LeBron is better. Next year, it's not even going to be close with him and anyone else. He's just that much better than everyone else, and he puts in the grind so much more than everyone else, which is why he is so awesome. Oh my gosh, I just love Giannis so much. What an absolute pleasure to watch him, either on TV or seeing him live is just a treat. It's like an out-of-body experience. Just seeing him shove through the defenders and just slamming it down. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. And then surrounding him, you got other absolute studs of players. You got Chris Middleton, about to be in the not about to be. He's very close to being in the 50-40-90 club right now, one of the most exclusive clubs in sports in general. Two-time All-Star. I mean, people are trying to tell me that he's not a top 20 player in the league. In my opinion, he's at least a top 15 player in the league, arguably even top 10. He is an elite shooter. And like Giannis, he is incredibly smart with his shooting ability too. He knows whether to take the shot, and he knows when to dish it out and stuff like that. Incredible, and he just fits the system of the Bucks so well because you just surround Giannis with these shooters, and it just works so well. And then speaking of shooters, we got other players like Brook Lopez, who absolutely transformed his game, which is what I love about him. Back in his days when he was with the Nets, he would use like the classic post position, where he would go up and then use his body, shove the defender back and then do the easy bucket. He realized, you know what? A lot of centers now aren't doing that anymore. I need to completely change up my game if I want to stay in the league and still get paid, basically. So he said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to become an absolute sniper behind the arc. One of the best stretch fives in the league. He's just knocking down the shot. Like last year, I believe he shot the most 3 points of anyone on the Bucks team. I don't know that for sure, so don't quote me. But come on. I mean, he's a center who's shooting that many threes and making that many threes. True, he hasn't been as good at this year, but he's still so valuable to the team. And then you got other shooters like Wes Matthews, Dante DiVincenzo, who are just elite. And then you also got Eric Bledsoe, who is a top-of-the-line point guard. Maybe not all-star caliber, but really darn close. An absolute slasher. He may not be the best shooter, but he is perfect for the system because he works so well with Giannis and being able to create shots for him and also being able to add in some additional offensive pop. I would love to see him to continue go strong in the playoffs because I know last year in the playoffs he kind of fumbled up a little bit, but I have confidence that he won't this year. And then off the bench, you got players like George Hill, who I'd say is the best 6th or 7th man in the league. He's an absolute igniter off the bench. If we're feeling a little lackluster, you get George Hill in there, boom, he can put you up like 15 points off the bench. That is just spectacular. I love to see it when George Hill comes out because the team, if they're slumping down, they're just boom, boom, back at it again. The offense is right there. And also what makes the Bucks so spectacular is the coaching. Coach Bud fits so well with Giannis. Giannis, the way I described it to my dad, is Giannis is like a gravity well, He goes up there and he sucks all the opposing defenders in with him. Giannis goes up for the bucket. You get 3, sometimes even 4 defenders trying to circle in on Giannis to try to stop him, which I know they won't be able to. But then Giannis sees he's got like 3 open shooters, dishes it out for the easy 3 by Chris Middleton, or Brook Lopez, or Dante DiVincenzo, or Wes Matthews, or Bledsoe. It is just incredible what the system Bud Ball, what Coach Bud has done with the system of Giannis, and it just fits so perfectly with him. And this year, the Bucks got the drive to win it all. After that heartbreaking loss against the Raptors, we're back, and we're back with a vengeance, and we're ready to take down anyone who stands in our path. Personally, I don't think there's a single team that even can come close to stopping us. Like any team in the Eastern Conference. I don't know who you'd match up with us. Like the Raptors, Kawhi was the one who shut down Giannis last year, and Kawhi's gone. The Celtics are inexperienced to say the least, and they're just a worse team in almost all aspects. I don't know who else would you even put up? Like, there's no other team in the East that even stands a chance, quite frankly. And then in the West, the Lakers are so good. The Lakers, we've sauced them before, and we can do it again. I know that. I was watching the Lakers game yesterday. LeBron looked rusty. Now I know he probably is rusty because he hasn't played in so long, but he just wasn't playing well. And I don't think that he can get all that rust off by the time playoff comes around. I do not trust the Lakers at all. I'm looking at their bench and stuff, and they're just not deep at all. They're not a very good team, aside from LeBron and Anthony Davis. Who's your next best player? Kyle Kuzma? JaVale McGee? I mean, come on. They don't have a third very good player when the Bucks have Giannis, Chris Middleton, Eric Bledsoe, and more players. I mean, the Lakers don't stand a chance. And then, the Clippers are so good. They got Kawhi and Paul George. Oh my goodness. And also they have some of the best 6 men in the league with Montrezl Harrell and Lou Will. Yeah, I know. I get that. But we absolutely destroyed them when they were at full strength. They had Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, who both weren't out due to load management or whatever. And we absolutely destroyed them, if I'm remembering that correctly. But they don't stand a chance. I personally don't think they'll get out of the Western Conference. I don't think they have the strength to compete against some of the other teams like the Lakers or the Nuggets. But even if we do face them, I am 100% sure that we can absolutely wreck them. Their team just doesn't stack up as well as we do. Now, the team that I actually think will make it to the finals to face against the Bucks are the Nuggets. I'm really liking the Nuggets. My prediction for the finals is going to be go to 6 games, and the Bucks are going to win 4-2 against the Denver Nuggets. And here's why I think the Nuggets. Jokic, I really like Jokic's style of play. He's rebounding, assists, points, and also he got way skinnier, so he's way faster. Now that also may be a negative because he can't use his body to, kind of play bully ball almost as much and just push defenders around as much. And also, Bobo then. Have you guys seen his highlights and stuff? He's just incredible. I mean, he was in the G League and stuff, I believe, before, and he's just come up here and he's wrecking. So I'm excited to really see that team. But I don't think they have enough experience. I think they're going to go really far in the playoffs. They're my pick to make it to the finals against the Bucks. But then in the finals, they don't have the experience. They don't have that grizzled veteran. I mean, I guess you could say Paul Millsap is your veteran player. But even then, surrounding them, you have young, inexperienced players like Jamal Murray, Gary Harris. Even Jokic is kind of young and inexperienced in terms of deep playoff runs. And the Bucks have been there in the past. They've gone the deep playoff runs before. And like I said, Giannis has the drive to win the championship. And the Bucks need to win the championship because people are nervous that Giannis is going to sign elsewhere. Even though I don't think he will. I think he's going to be staying in Milwaukee because he's got family in Milwaukee, because we built the perfect system around him. And also, this has been his home his whole entire time in the United States. So for those reasons, I think he's going to stay in Milwaukee. But even so, the Bucks are not 100% confident that he's going to stay in Milwaukee. So that's why the Bucks team as a whole has the grind and the motivation to win the championship. So we stay with the absolute best player in the league. And Giannis has the motivation to win the championship because he's Giannis. And he just wants to win because he's so freaking good. Oh my gosh, I love Giannis so much. So anyway, that's what I'm saying about the NBA restart and how much the Bucks are just absolutely going to destroy all the competition. I think, here's my prediction. We're going to lose a total of 2 games moving up to the finals. I think we're probably going to lose one in the semifinals and then 1 game in the finals. In the conference semifinals and the conference finals. And then we're going to beat the Nuggets 6-2 with Giannis winning finals MVP. That is my prediction. Say what you will, but I'm feeling absolutely great about basketball coming back again. I'm so excited to see Giannis, Middleton, Bledsoe, Brooke Lopez, George Hill, Wes Matthews, Dante DiVincenzo, Ersan Ilyasova, Pat Connaughton. I'm excited to see everyone go out there and wreck the competition. Go Bucks. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Stay good, and we'll see you soon.